Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. No face cam today. I'm a bit under the weather, so I'm just gonna do this quick because I almost forgot it was this week. These 2 week breaks are annoying me a little bit because I work every 2 weekends, and the races keep falling on the weekends I'm working. Just make one next week and then have it every 2 weeks. That'd be better. Anyway, on a serious note, we're here to predict this. Obviously, we're just having fun with these predictions, but I try to get them right when I can. This is how I did for the US. Sorry, well, I mean it is US, but when I think of the US Grand Prix, it's the one in Texas. But the Miami Grand Prix, the new Grand Prix, a new track that is quite dangerous. I don't mind tracks like Monaco, etc. But damn. I prefer tracks with more like overtaking opportunities, to be honest. Plus, with so many walls around you, like Monaco, Saudi, and now this one, it's just a bit mad. Anyway, regardless, uh, we do have a Miami Grand Prix now, and next year there'll be Vegas, so that's a pretty crazy US takeover. But in my predictions, I got my pole prediction. Sorry, my pole position prediction. Pole position prediction. That's a tongue twister. Pole position prediction was Leclerc, and it was. Sorry, no, it was Verstappen, and it was Leclerc who got it, and I predicted Leclerc to get the fastest lap, but it was Verstappen that got that. So that was the other way around. The podium, I got correct, but well, I mean, I got the first two correct. It's given me green for Perez because he still made the top 10. I think if they're in the top 10, it still gives you. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe because it was one off. I'm not entirely sure how the point system works here, to be honest. But I got the first two correct. Verstappen first, Leclerc second. I just predicted Perez in third. It was actually Carlos Sainz, so fair play to him. Predicted Russell fourth, finished fifth. So for me, that's a good prediction. Predicted Carlos Sainz fifth. I put him down a bit because obviously he's not been doing as well lately. So sorry, just double check my mic's working. Yeah. He's not been doing as well lately. He's a very talented driver. He's clearly better than what he's doing. Hello, Talking AF. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. He's better. He's better than. Whenever I look at the last few races, I think he's better than this. He really is better than this, but it's not been working so far. He has had some good races, though, to be fair. He's not been doing entirely horrible, but, I put him in fifth because his form's been dropping a bit, but thankfully he's back on the podium, so fair play. And the Spanish Grand Prix is next, of course. Predicted Norris in sixth. Obviously, he crashed. That crash was. The guy was talking on the radio. Was it Gasly? I can't remember now. I've forgotten now. Was it Gasly? Was talking on the radio about how bad his car was, and then Norris hits him, and it was his fault. It wasn't Norris's fault, but Norris, he was. I guess he was distracted, and the radio was so funny. He was like, "Oop, oop," as Norris collides into him. Speaking of collisions, Vettel could have been eighth again. But then Schumacher, of all people, cost them both points. We could have had Schumacher and Vettel in the points, and we have neither because of that crash. And it was quite interesting because, Vettel is a good friend of the Schumacher family. So, yeah. But my prediction of Vettel in 10th could have been quite good. But with a few laps to go, that crash had to happen. But yeah, I put Norris in sixth. It was actually Lewis Hamilton, so fair play. I put Bottas in seventh, and that was exactly correct. So I'll take credit for that. Why do I get less points for that than I do for? I mean, to be fair, I got them exactly correct the first two. Never mind. But still, they should give me 2 points like the first two drivers. Hamilton predicted eighth. He finished sixth. So it's not far off, but not the best of predictions, I feel. Lewis, another driver who's obviously a lot better than this, but his car's letting him down. But clearly Russell has handled it a bit better. But obviously, plenty of the season to go, and we'll see how the cars change and how the drivers adapt to those cars. Magnussen predicted ninth. He didn't finish in the top 10 this time around. He finished. Well, he wait, did they all DNF, or is that just website being weird? I don't think. You know what? That's just. Let's continue. I don't think they all DNF'd. I don't know what's going on there. Vettel, I predicted 10th. He could have been in the top 10, but he wasn't. But Stroll did finish 10th. So Aston Martin are starting to get some points. I'm intrigued to see who's finishing last this year. In terms of the teams, I mean. It's Williams right now, right? Because Albon's done well to get points, but they've only got 3 points. I mean, Aston Martin don't have that much more. That should be interesting. It won't be Haas this year. I'm sure of that one. But yeah, those were my Miami Grand Prix predictions. And here are my Spanish Grand Prix predictions. Sorry, I do these beforehand because it shows my email at the bottom and I don't like that. So I just make the predictions and then submit them. These are the submitted predictions, right? So if you don't know about this website, superbrew.com, they got plenty of sports that you can predict on. It's mostly football related, but they have like so many other things. They got 2 motorsport predictors. One is F1, of course, so you can be sure to join if you want. And then you'll be taken to a page where you can predict. There'll be a whole list. It won't be like this. It'll be like a questionnaire. It'll be like, who will be on pole? Who will be the podium? Who will complete the top 10? Who will get fastest lap? Pretty much the questions there. You get a drop-down menu. You pick any of the 20 drivers on the grid for each question. And see where your predictions go. I think it closes after qualifying. I think. But if there's a sprint race, it closes after the sprint race. Something like that. So something like that. Because I remember when there was a sprint race, the prediction could have been changed after qualifying. So I thought that was quite interesting. But obviously at some point it locks. But you gotta like join F1 Predictor and then make your picks. If you wanna join my league, you can. You go on at the top it should say here. Join a friend's pool, and then you can type in Davidoff's league, Davidoff predicts, or the code Hemsatom. So yeah, if you want to join, you can. Am I even doing well on this? Okay, maybe the others aren't as good because I don't think. I mean, I got some correct positions to be fair, but yeah, if you want to join this league, you can be sure to do that if you want. Right, yeah, this is what I predicted. I put Leclerc on pole this time round, but Verstappen winning the race. It seems like maybe they just had a good couple races, but it seems like the Red Bulls have fixed their problems, whatever they were, that was not allowing them to finish races. It may have been fixed, and as we have seen, clearly their cars are fast. So Red Bull versus Ferrari, just like around 10 years ago, is going to be quite the rivalry. Obviously, last time Red Bull came out on top with Vettel dominating, but this time round it's going to be a lot closer. To be fair, it was pretty close that time as well. But because we had the same winner every time, it didn't feel as competitive, even though it was. Alonso was very close. But this one will be very back and forth, I think. It's just at the moment, it looks like the Red Bulls have it on lock. But it will go to the wire. So I'm very intrigued. But at the moment, I think Red Bull win again through Verstappen. But I do think the 2 Ferraris will complete the podium with Carlos Sainz in his home race, finishing 3rd. He might do better. Sure, it's his home race. It's possible. It does give drivers an extra incentive, but I think at the very least podium. But I'm going to play it safe. I'm playing it too safe, to be honest, with the top 4, but it is what it is. That's what I'm doing, because when those cars finish, they finish high. But yeah, I say about home race, the team had the home race in Imola and it went badly for them, so we'll see. I think that was a race where it seemed to be like a turning point because Carlos Sainz went out early. Maybe it wasn't his fault, but he did go out early. And then Leclerc obviously messed up, ended up finishing 6th towards the end of the race as well. But yeah, it's still going to be very interesting. But yeah, I put Sainz in 3rd, Perez in 4th, again playing it safe. Russell in 5th, which I would also argue is playing it safe, to be honest, because that's most races you finish between 4th and 6th, usually. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's where he is again. Norris, 6th, probably safe again, because since McLaren have fixed their issues, Norris has been doing fairly well, apart from the last race, but that wasn't really his fault. I put Tsunoda in 7th, got him to have a good race. Lewis in 8th. Magnussen back in the points in 9th, and Alonso in his own race as well to finish 10th to get in the points. I was going to put Vettel top 10 because like he finished 8th and then he could have finished top 10 again last race, and maybe he's got something in him. But Vettel for me finished like just outside. But yeah, no big surprises really. I've gone too safe considering like the top 4 most races usually are the best 4 cars. Russell's normally just after that. Norris has been doing around that well. Tsunoda finishing 7th is very possible. He can do that. He's capable. He's done it multiple times. Lewis 8th, maybe harsh, sure, but I think at least him getting in the points is a very safe prediction. Magnussen has been in the points most races this season, so again, safe. Alonso and an Alpine, I'd also say is safe. He's in a home race. Alpine is not really a bad car, and them finishing in the points is very much possible. So I've played it far too safe, and I'm sure I'll get some completely wrong, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me know even if you don't want to join this website. Let me know in the comments what your predictions are. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and goodbye.